Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa. I hope you're all having a wonderful and creative day. And today I'm going to be showing you how I made this pocket. Now, it may look complicated, but it is truly easy and very versatile to be able to hold a whole bunch of things. So, it's got a place for baby bear tag, a mama bear tag, and a papa bear tag. So, if you want to see how I created this, please stay tuned. All right, so let us make some tags. Now, I've completed this one. I have decorated all of the tags with it, decorated the outside, etc. to go into my green journal. So I'm going to be able to put this one of my coffee dyed tags in there, and a lovely little tag right there, and another one. So this is a undecorated version to show you what it looks like undecorated. This is the paper, an envelope, a small card, a medium card, and a larger card. And it couldn't be simpler. So what we're going to do is start with the first one, which is not how I made these two, out of, started with 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. All right, so you see here I've got some pre-cut scrapbook paper already into the 12 by 12, and I've cut them into 3 sizes to correspond with the tags. So I'm going to move these to the side, and I will show you how I cut down to these. All right, so I started with a 12 by 12, and I will show you other ways to not use 12 by 12 piece of paper. But this is how I started with this. So the first cut you're going to do is you are going to cut off a piece, a strip that is 4 inches wide. So you're going to leave 8 inches. And I want to go that way, or do I want to go this way? I'm trying to picture it because 8 is going to wrap around, so it's going to go that way. So yes. Okay, we're going to cut off 4 inches. And do that. So we have now an 8-inch by 12 piece of paper. Now for this 4-inch one, we are now going to cut off another 4 inches. So we're going to have a 4 by 4 square. And I'm going to do this side. The 4 by 4 square is going to make the small envelope that is on the front of the front here. This is a good size. We'll cut it down a little bit to put into that pocket right there. And this is going to make the whole pocket. So out of one 12 by 12, you're going to get quite a few of the pieces that you need for it. Now I did cut, like I said, a whole bunch of ones because I wanted to be able to mix and match how things went. So this was this teal paper. This was the paper that came from this, and this is a grid paper that I'm not sure if I have somewhere else. Yeah, it's down there. Some more of that. Okay, so we're going to take the 12 by 8 piece of paper to make our main folded item. So if you don't have 12 by 12 paper you want to cut down, you can use digitals that are 8.5 by 11. About the same size. You can use book pages that are bigger. I have, and I'll fold one up in a bit, I have this book, Victorian Flower Album, so I have these wider pages. You really just need to get a page that is paper size, rectangular. So, first thing you're going to do, now it does not have to be double-sided. It can be white on one side. For this white on white sheet, I did glue in a piece of paper to cover the white up for it. But on this one, I ended up just adding a bit of vintage photo just to unwhiten it. You can leave it white if you want, or you can use double-sided paper if you have some, but not necessary. All right, so what we're going to do is just, we're going to fold it into each other as a triple fold. Now, I'm not going to tell you totally a measurement because if you start with, one size, it's going to be a little bit different. Then you start with the other, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So we're going to just say that that's probably going to be good. And we're going to fold it down, and then we're going to fold this side, not going over the edge. So it is okay if there is a gap in there. It does not matter. You just want to make sure that the top and bottom are straight. Okay, so for both sides at the top, we are going to fold in the top into a triangle. I'm not going to go quite to the fold because I don't want it getting caught in there. So one side we're going to do, or actually both sides we're going to do the fold in. Okay, now if you have a print on a paper like this had, and you want to have that in front, you want to decide which side you want to have be this pocket and which side you want this. Now this piece of paper that I found, really it kind of doesn't go, it doesn't matter which way it goes. They all pretty much look the same. So we're just going to say that that is the front. So the one that you want for the front, which is the deeper angle, can go either side. You're going to take that and you're going to fold it one more time. Now you're not going to fold it all the way to the center. You're just going to fold a bit of it in, not folding past that, and not folding past that. You're going to leave a little bit of that room there and a little bit of that room there, if that makes sense. So you're just making a triangle in there. And I have a bone folder somewhere. There it is. All right, because you don't want to lose the bottom to go over, and you don't want to have it fold into the top. So you're just going to make it in a nice, beautiful angle. And that is it for this. Now, I'm going to glue it down. If you want to glue your flaps down, you can. It's not really necessary to do that. But if you don't want them to open, you can go ahead and glue those down. What you do need to glue down, though, officially, is the bottom piece. All right, so we're going to fold the one in that has the one flap, and we're going to fold the other one in, has the two flaps. So the only thing that's glued is the two bottoms. Don't need to glue that side in here because it will stay without anything happening. Now, if you want to round the tops, you can do that. I like the way the tops look a little bit rounded for these. This one I didn't. I had this one straight, but this one I did round, and I like the way that that looked. So there's that. Again, if you wanted to not have white before you close it, you could go ahead and throw some distress in there. If you wanted to add something in there to cover it before you close it down, you can cut a piece. Of course, it's just a hair too wide. Probably all just a hair too wide. You'd cut a piece that's about that big, glue that down, and have that in there. That would have looked cute in there. Might have to figure out a way to try to get something in there. But I digress. Maybe I'll make the envelope out of that. Yeah, we'll have to see. Okay, so if you wanted to match, you can make your envelope out of the 4x4 piece that you had. If you want to have some fun with it, you could put something different in there. Lost all my 4x4 pieces. There they are. You can add something different and make it not coordinate. Yeah. Be oh, you know what I'm trying to say. Not clash. That would be awful. But that could be fun. There's a bit of blue in there. I really do like that pencil one, or this one. But I do have a pencil envelope on that one. So I'm going to go with the teal one. Okay, so to make these envelopes out of the 4x4 squares, it's really simple. first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in a bit of a triangle here, and I'm just going to do a little line where the center is, just so I can see that in there, and do the same this way and throw a little pinch. You can sort of see, if you go this way and this way, you can see where the center is. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold 2 of the corners in to the center mark. These are the sides of the envelope, and do that. Okay, trying to figure out which way is going to be best for the top or the bottom, and it really doesn't matter necessarily. Okay, we'll do this one. All right, so then you're going to fold the bottom up just enough so that it folds over a scotch. Over the top. What it does leave, and if you want to trim it off, it's hard to see it, but there's a little bitty triangle in here, and I will cut it off just so you can see it. There's a little bitty triangle in there. When you're making bigger envelopes, that's what you usually do, is you cut those out just to relieve some of the pressure of the folds. All right, so I'm going to, I like to round the envelopes on the top and the bottom, just to give it a little bit of fancier. And we're going to take a little bit of glue, and we're just going to put it on the envelope right there and right there. And that is all you have to do for the envelope. Now the same with the pocket that we did. If you don't want if you don't want it white, you want to go ahead and do any inking ahead of time, do that. If you don't mind if it's white, you can leave it blank. If you want it to have two sides of paper, you want to put, again, do the same way where you put something in there so it gets blocked. Do that before you glue it. But for demonstration purposes, I did not. Okay, so this is done. Now, if you wanted to be able to close the envelope on your project, you can. You just want to do the same thing like you did for the bottom, is just fold it over with just a little bit of it folded over, and cut before you glue it, cut the little triangles out. If you don't want it to close, you can leave it open. All the ones I chose to leave open because I'm going to put a tag in there, but as you can see, I did ink that, put a little line on there, and do that. But if you wanted this on the front to be something that closed and sat on there and put a little closure on there, then you can do that like that. But I like to leave it open for the third tag. All right, so all we're going to do is glue this on. I do glue it just off a little bit, giving it a little bit of personality to the side. This one is just a little bit off also. So depending on how far you want to put it out, if you want it really sticking out, you can put it up higher. I just would not go over necessarily that because it's going to get whacked into when the side goes. If you put it down lower, you can have it more totally on your page. If you want it just a little, put it up. Just wherever you want to put it. And like I said, I'm gonna glue this whole thing down because it is not gonna close. I'm gonna leave it open. So just putting glue, just not on that side, so that I can put it down. And we're gonna glue. And that's it. It is done. It is complete. Now, for the journal card, if you were cutting from 12 by 12s, like I said, you can take one of these. You just need to trim it down ever so slightly. These are pretty thin, so I was backing them with paper. Now these are my coffee dyes that I did originally, and I just wrapped the paper around to make it a little bit smaller. So I can do that with this one. And glue. So we are going to glue this down. Oops. Oh, it's a little crooked. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna just fold it over. It's still a little crooked. And fold it over. Okay, I let that dry and come up and trim the back off. And I don't mind that the advertisement is sideways on this. I like the fact that the writing on that is a little bit more teal looking. So I thought that was kind of fun. And to make it a journal card, I think I'm going to take my machine. There we go. All right. And if I wanted to round it, I think it's dry enough. We're going to go ahead and round it. I can ink it. And add it to that. Beautiful. Now, a medium-sized card, like this is the strings off of there. This is 6 by 3.5. This is a great size to go into there. I'm gonna go ahead and round that. And I can decorate that for that to go in there. And for this one, this is a tinier piece. Can be decorated however you want. This card that I put in there is approximately 2.5 inches wide by 4 inches tall. So the 4-inch pieces that we cut off for the pockets and set, etc., can be used and I don't know if I have any left. I have that one that I made for that. I think I might have used them all already. Oh, they're right in front of my face. Oy vey. I bet you're probably yelling. They're right there. So these can be put onto smaller journal cards to make tags. And I should have a couple pieces laying around here. Oop, did my glue sneak through? Oh, there we go. There we go. I always have some of these laying around, just a little heavier cardstock. But that would be a perfect size for this. And I will glue one of these on there, because this would make a great thing to decorate. Let's say put something like that on there. Or think I might want to do that. Yep, let's do that. That's what's fun about making, when you cut the 12 by 12s out, is you do have stuff to mix and match, to play with. And if you pick things that are similar, projects you're working on, or neutrals, you have a good chance of making a match. Okay, I'll trim this off. And around the corners, and we'll put a little ink on there. And this one will be done. Boom. Look at that. Just needs some decorating. I love it. Very fun. All right, shall we decorate these? I think we shall. This one could probably go in my teal journal. Throw some stuff in there. This one, I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to put two in my teal journal. I could. I'll have two journals. I can make them both for teal. Not sure when the teal journal's coming up, but it could be fun. All right, let's get, I'm going to get my stuff together, and we can decorate these. So I will be right back. All right, I am back. So before we decorate those two that I just created, I just wanted to show you the other options if you don't want to have the 12 by 12 paper, that it totally will work fine without it. So I've got two versions here. I've got that book version, and then I've got my digital. Now, it was an 8.5/11 to start, but mine always prints with a white border, so it is slightly smaller than that. It is just a bit above 8 inches and just shy of 11, about 10 3/4. It is single-sided, so I'm going to have white on the inside. So we're going to do the same thing. We are just going to fold the two parts into 3 evenish parts, and it really is. Now, if you want to measure, you definitely can do that, but it's just as easy, because it does not have to be perfect to do it that way. And see, it has a bit of an overline there, but we are all good with that. Okay, and how do I lose my bone folder so quickly? Still behind the book. All right, so we are going to make sure, yeah, that's facing upward. We're just going to fold the two sides in. See which one we want to have. I think I want to have that in the front with the bigger slant. So we'll go ahead and fold this one in. Again, just don't fold it past that or that. Now, if you wanted to save this paper for whatever reason, because you like it and want to use it for scraps, I have plenty of scraps. I don't find the need to save that. You can cut this off, but I think having it folded over just gives it a little extra strength for the pockets. Okay, one last push, and so again, if you did not want, something here. If you did not want it white in the pocket, go ahead and ink now. Ink before you glue. ink now or forever hold your piece and have it a bit of a grunge. Probably gonna trim that down a little bit. Not sure what happened there. Oops. Make sure it's good. If I wanted to add some sort of pocket in there, go ahead and trim it down to fit and then glue that in. That would be the other option. But all we're going to do is go ahead and put glue on the bottom and glue on the bottom. Single fold in and overlap in. Again, if we wanted to round the tops, I just find it just a little softer. The edge was, when it's cut like that, it's straight. I don't know, it's just it's a little jarring to me. But there we go. Now for envelopes, same thing. What I was going to say is if you're unsure of it, you could always fold it paper-wise to the outside like this and put a little mark, and then you can see where it needs to go. And I just want to make sure the part that I want to flip up and see the most is going to be for the bottom of me. Okay, so we're going to do this for the side, this for the side, and fold it up just so it's up a little bit. We'll go ahead and I'm going to use tiny. Throw some glue on there. And we will glue that down. All right, so that is that one. So pretty quick, huh? I'll glue that up just a little higher. I can see that flower down there. And there we go. Pretty. Now for this one, same thing. This piece came from a book, so it is about 10.5 inches wide. It is only about 8 1/4 high, so a little smaller than a regular piece of paper. But this is double-sided. We're going to do our best to figure this out. Okay. All right, and there you go. Okay. Again, we will fold corners in and fold the corner in. Okay. All right. I think this actually, but that pocket will get covered up. So I think if I fold this side enough, I should still be able to see that. So let's do this side. Throw a little glue on there. All right, so you're gonna make sure that part doesn't go. And there we go. Now, if you wanted to make it a little closer, you could. You just don't want to go past that. There we go. Okay. All right. Still peeking out. I was hoping it'd peek out a little bit more, but that's okay. throw the glue on the bottom. That side and that side. Oops. Got a little bit rambunctious with my fold. I'd have to go back and add some more glue to that. I might have pulled most of it off, but we'll see. Okay, so I was thinking about this for the pocket. Now, when you get practicing with this and pretty good, I just do the one line and then I know where I can come into. I don't need the second one. There we go. Okay. And this didn't really have a print, so I didn't have to really look to see which needed to be the top or the bottom. It was kind of an overall look. So we're gonna round those and glue that shut. Okay. And I probably should put a little ink on there. Old book page. All right, that seems to match the aesthetic a little bit more. All right, and I think I'm going to put it up higher so I can see that grass down there and be able to maybe add a little bit of fun to it. So it's going to be about only half the letter or envelope. Now, if you're worried about when this is on your page that it's sticking out and it's kind of loose, you could always, when you go to put it on your finished page, when you go to put it, you could always glue this down as well as like this, two sides, and then have it as a side tuck, and then this is not going to go anywhere. If you want to put it as a side tuck this way, it's going to get bumped a little bit. So if you want to use thicker paper to make your envelopes, you can do that. You probably just need more of a bone folder to make sure it gets folded well. But yeah, see, this would be even fun just to be able to tuck into something. But that's the way to also do it with the book page. Now these end up being a little bit skinnier than the ones I made with the 12 by 12s, because obviously it started out not 12 inches. But you can have a nice tall thin tag in there, kind of like a little bit wider than that. You can have a nice tall tag in there and go from there. Okay. All right, so you have options if you don't have 12 by 12 paper. And there you go. All right, so I pulled some of my teal stuff out, and I got one of my whacking stacks, and I thought that would probably be a good size to go in there. That could be fun to wrap around there. I think I'm gonna put that one on that one. Okay, so for this one, be fun to put that one on there or that one. Nope, I think I like that one better. Okay, let's put that on there. All right. Okay, let's decorate a few things here. I'm gonna take my ginormous rounder. Oops, I have to straighten this out. When I made the whack and stack, sometimes the paper went to the outside of the square. But I knew that I would be able to, after it was done, go ahead and straighten it out. Now we can okay. Well, I think these are kind of fun pockets. Very functional to be able to add lots of fun stuff. I'm going to put a little on the inside there. And I think I'm going to trim this down a little bit too. Probably wrap it around a bit, but I'm going to trim it down. Great way to add a whole bunch of ephemera to a page. That's for sure. All right, let's get that corners done, and we'll get that added. They could really still, they could fit on there without a problem. Okay, let's do it. I kind of feel bad covering these whack and stacks completely. Yeah, I really do feel bad covering this whack and stack completely. So we're going to pivot. And we're going to just do that. Oh yeah, much better. I like that. Okay, and then I can add some fun tickets or something, or match. I like that one. Okay. For the tag that went into the pocket, I had a strip of the paper left over that didn't quite fit the whole thing, so I ended up putting some washi tape on there to extend it, which I thought was kind of fun. Oops, helps if you take the cap off, Lisa. Glue works much better that way. Okay. And anchor. Now, I don't recall if I have any teal stamps, but this, oops. This has a hint of teal to it. And I think I want something tan, brown, numbery. All right, it might be a little too big. All right, we'll use that for something else. I need something smaller. Okay, here we go. Wonderful. All right, now for this, I thinking maybe the butterfly and one of the match things. Okay, he is all cut out. Maybe add a little paper behind him. Oh, he matches way too well. Okay, we don't want that. I need something that doesn't match as well. It's kind of fun. This is actually cut off from something. And I like the colors on there. Okay, let's add that. Fun little border. And put that up there. Those are 2 shrimps. Like safety match shrimps. I like it. Okay. But it has a bit of extra white there that we don't need. Okay. And the butterfly. Trim his wing a little bit, but there we go. I like that. You can see the paper underneath it. And just trim that. Yeah, cute. I like it. And then I'll just tuck out. Oh yeah, love it. Okay, now for this guy. All right. We want to put him on top. Yeah, see, I think they're just too much similar. Might be able to use that. But all right, I like that. All right, so I think we'll wrap it around. Okay, we'll do that. And that'll go on top. Leave that for writing is not the worst thing in the world. Maybe put just some sort of number label there. Okay. Don't have to fill it up, right? Okay, let's try to make it reasonably straight since there are grid lines. I like to just knock off a little corner of these, just ever so slightly. It makes it to me look a little more worn. Because if you look at something that's a little bit older paper-wise, and it wears and tears on it gets dog-eared on the edges. So the edges are like the first thing to go. So it makes it look a little more little bit more aged. I still want to see the numbers up there. And speaking of age, maybe I'll add a little bit of this to it. Yeah, cute. I like it. Now, some sort of number for that. It's right here. Beautiful. I love it. Perfect. All right, I could put something down there. That could be kind of fun. And I'm wondering, too redundant to have another tape measure on there? Probably, but want a little ticket. Little ticket could be fun. As well as probably Fort Hill telephone number. I think that could be kind of fun. Indicate for travel. No, I think I like the fort number. But I am going to trim it down a little. Whoops. All right. I hate when stuff falls. Okay, and once again, little edge snips. And we're going to ink this guy. Beautiful. All right, so we'll do that. A little bitty ticket. And a little bit of yeah, let's do that. Just add a little bit of the and this is a little thicker, so I'm gonna use the art glitter glue. Okay, and beautiful. Yeah, I like it. All right. So I'm thinking that that is probably all we need for this. Yeah, I think so. And I think I will hold off doing that one. Yeah, I like it. Okay, well, I think I'm going to call this video done. And I'll put that into my teal journal when it comes up. I love it. This one I could still decorate for the teal journal, but keep it as extras for something else if I felt like it. as well as the other ones that I made. And we've got that one and that one. And of course, we have the original. Yeah, very exciting. I love them. All right, well, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you like the video, thumbs up would be very excellent and very helpful. Keep my channel in the mind's eyes of other people who like to do junk journals. All right, that is going to be it for me today. As usual, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.